20 fights, 47 wins, 22 losses. He's the former WMC Oceania champion. This is going to be a real corker.
Over the top ropes goes Pixie. Quarterfinal number 1, Evolution 5 Super 8 middleweight tournament. And our ring announcer Mark Eller.
Of 38 fights, 21 wins, 14 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Keogh.
Great record there for Keogh, as the hammer said. 21-14.
47-22. The former WMC Oceania champion.
47-22 for the evil Pixie, Ben Burton.
Well, Pixie's had a big year. He's ventured over to New Zealand, of course, on the K1 circuit, Michael.
Had a very bad loss over there to Jordan Tai. Bad in the sense that I thought Pixie had won it, and so did a lot of people ringside. And no doubt looking to make amends here tonight and reaffirm that he can fight just as well in the tournament scene as he can in single matches. Mark chops and peas, inserts the mouth guard. Final warm-up in the corner for Andrew Keogh. And we are set for 3x3. Modified tie rules do apply. The winner of this quarter-final moves into semi-final number 1 to face either Clayton Collier or the favourite on this side of the draw, the preacher, Bruce McPhee. And it's Keogh and Burton tying up early on, going immediately to the grapple. Third man in centering, Australia's favourite referee. Second, of course, to Uncle Dave. The headhunter, Brian Murphy, the Murph.
Well, a capacity crowd on hand at the RNA for this 8-man eliminator. Some fine fighters in this lineup too. Warren Nelson making a well-anticipated return to some serious competition.
Well, on the opposite side of the draw, Naku Spain from New Zealand, Soren Monkongton from here in Queensland, the F-16 Shannon Forrester and Warren Elson. And on Group A, this side of the draw, we're seeing Keogh and Burton at the moment. We've got Clayton and the favourite, Bruce the Preacher McPhee. Straight right hand outside thigh kick from Keogh.
Well, it really is a stellar lineup for this event. And congratulations to Josh Sexton and Nugget Evolution 5 promoters for doing it yet again in Brisbane with a great event.
Good takedown in centre ring there from Keogh, and he really has opened up strongly here in the first round. Coming out of the gates nice and hard. Pixie's got to cover a bit of ground here. Drops the right hand to the sternum. Keogh moves in, ties him up.
Of course, all the preliminary bouts will be modified tie. Full punches, kicks and knees, obviously, to the body and head. And then in the final, we'll get a little bit interesting with the introduction of elbow strikes. So all 8 weapons employed for the final. So it's a real test of skill in centre ring here tonight.
71 kilos is the limit for the weight of this tournament, a middleweight tournament. Pixie usually fights around 69 kilos, so he's stepped up a couple of kgs for this one. Andrew Keogh sitting on his usual weight and looking the goods at the moment as Pixie tries for a high knee off the left. Keogh controlling centering, wants to snake the grapple around the back of the neck of Pixie. Not given a chance, however. And the Murph separates both men. But this is a solid start indeed for the less experienced Andrew Keogh in the blue trunks.
Well, Andrew Keogh's had some big fights this year. He's fought in Sydney, of course in Brisbane, Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast. He's fought all over the place and now relocated from Mackay to the Sunshine Coast. Keogh from the Joe Hilton, or moving to the Joe Hilton stable, training with Richard Fox. And of course, he would have done a lot of sparring with Warren Elson, Wazza. And of course, Keogh would have been doing some heavy workout sessions at the Sunshine Coast Thai Boxing Centre.
I've got to say, Hammer, he's an absolute gentleman. Fine young man, Andrew Keogh. We got to spend some time with him after J&I's show earlier this year. And he really is a switched-on young fighter. End of round 1, we go to the towels. And I really like Keogh for the opener.
Well, Keogh landed some good kicks. Pixie started a little slow for mind. Got caught there with the right hand from Keogh. There you see Keogh chopping the supporting leg after catching the round kick. Again, you see him catch the leg and bang, just sweep out Pixie's supporting leg. And that's great anticipation and technique from Andrew Keogh.
It's Andrew Keogh. Andrew Keogh's got to go hard. All right? But just place yourself.
There you see Keogh getting the knee up in an attempt to bring it up to the face of Pixie. Pixie firing back with hands. But a very composed Andrew Keogh, looking very confident.
Round 2 of 3, unofficially. We're giving the first round a 10-9 to Andrew Keogh. Lead right hand there from Pixie. Second glancing right hand looking for the jaw. Step around outside thigh kick to the rear leg of Keogh. Then goes up to the ribs area. Keogh steps across, just cracking away that lead thigh of the Pixie.
Nice body shot there from Pixie, though. That is one of his favourite techniques, is the lead whipping body shot. Pixie, got caught with a straight right there, Pixie. But Keogh, very, very much a walk-up fighter, and he wants to change his game plan, Michael, or Pixie will work him out and start to take him apart. So Keogh really needs to start to vary his technique.
Well, this is a much better start to the round for the evil Pixie, Ben Burton, in the red.
Break, let's go.
The Murph, sideburns looking longer than ever, breaking up both men. They tangle again on that 24/7 logo.
One of the major sponsors, of course, Brisbane 24/7 Network, WW 24/7. But the other major sponsor for tonight, of course, Musashi Supplement Products and Sports Nutrition, getting right behind the fight game now, Musashi, and a big thank you to them for their support of all the kickboxing, as Pixie just about kicks Andrew Keogh through the ropes.
Andrew Keogh doing his best Chris Christopoulos impersonation. Tie up in centering again. That's a beautiful lock on the back of the neck there from Keogh. What can he do with it? Not a lot, unfortunately. And the Murph breaks up both men into the final stages of this, the second round. Been a much better one for Ben Burton. I'd be giving him this round thus far. Knee to the lower lumbar region there from Burton as the Murph breaks them again. Step up right hand, short uppercut from Ben Burton. Keogh forces him into the red corner.
There's Burton in the red shorts, Keogh in the blue.
Burton beating Keogh to the punch thus far throughout the second round. He didn't do it in the first. And you can see, connecting there with a stinging right hand to the side of the jaw. Just needed a little bit more mustard behind it to do some damage on Andrew Keogh. But certainly, this is Ben Burton's round so far.
As they tie up, and Burton knows he's got to work hard to make up the shortfall from the first round. These are, of course, 3-round eliminators. And if he wants to get through to the second round, Ben Pixie Burton, he needs to pick up the pace just a little bit.
Well, on paper at least, Ben Burton, the raging favourite to take out this tournament. Andrew Keogh, a complete underdog, but holding up very well thus far, having taken the first round unofficially from us.
Well, you can never underestimate Keogh, though, Michael. He always steps in, and he's going to make it for hard. Anyone who steps up against Andrew Keogh will certainly know they've been in a war, because he doesn't take a backward step, and that's sometimes to his detriment. He needs to start to vary his attacks, and maybe even attack off the back foot a little, Andrew Keogh.
Turned around against the ropes. Final stages, there it is, into the second round. And I'll give it 1 round apiece thus far. Hammer, a much better round there for Ben Pixie Burton after he opened up with a slow burner in the first.
Well, certainly Pixie Burton getting caught there with a straight right hand from Keogh. You see the push kick beautifully timed off the rear leg. Andrew Keogh just sent Pixie down. So Keogh did land again a couple of good shots, but there was a little bit of dominance in the second by Ben Pixie Burton that perhaps just tipped that round into his favour. So as you said, boys, it's a round apiece, the third and final, and this is the decider. The judges cannot give their fights a draw in the preliminaries. They have to score a winner. So one of these guys, of course, has to win. There will be no extension rounds and no draws.
Okay, it's still anyone's for the taking. How are you scoring it at home? We've got it 10-9, Keogh the first, 10-9, Pixie the second. A round apiece, the third and final. And they lock up in the red corner of Pixie Burton, the Strike Force corner.
You see Keogh up on the balls of his feet. He's very fit for this bout. He's moving nicely.
Good front kick to the midsection there, putting the belly button through the back from Keogh. Step up jab too from Keogh, locks on the grapple. Couldn't get both hands around the back of the neck though, and the Murph separates them. Keogh, the more lively of the two here. Straight right hand up the centre corridor, outside thigh kick from Pixie. Nicely done from the evil Pixie.
Of course, Ben Pixie Burton coming from the Strike Force gym. And later on we'll see Aaron TS2 Lee on the card. And of course, Aaron Lee will be main eventing Australia versus England, War on the Shore, this Saturday the 15th at the Southport RSL. So if you're in Queensland and certainly the Gold Coast, get down to the Southport RSL this Saturday night and check it out, because you'll see TS2 up against one of England's finest, Damien Traynor, and get down to Southport and check it out. But of course,
The dirty one also on the card, Hammer.
The dirty
Danny
one.
Tadowski.
Triple D. As Andrew Keogh now makes a late charge and really pushes up on Pixie in that Musashi corner.
This is a good final round for Keogh. Pixie really needs to get on his bike and start working.
You've got to score these well, got to score them highly. And the modified Thai rules and these strikes are very high scoring technique.
Jab 2 from Keogh. Short range knee to the breadbasket. Looking for the takedown. The Murph breaks the final stages of this fight. Pixie needs to do something. He needs to land a telling blow here on Andrew Keogh.
Push it out, boys. Let's go.
Double jab, right hand, fell short. Good high check from Pixie off the rear leg. Steps in with the right hand. Nice takedown in that Musashi corner. Beautifully done from the evil Pixie. Just slips out of the way of the left hand of Keogh. Round kick to the outside thigh. Good push kick out of the blue corner.
Keogh straight back, and I tell you what, Pixie's just showing his dominance in the grapple. He's a very strong grappler. Is Ben Pixie Burton. Nice jab, nice step-up jab from Burton as well. Keogh fires back.
Beautiful evasion of the high round kick there from Pixie. Jab from Keogh. They lock on like two bulls. Tango over against the ropes. The bell's going to sound any second. And it's going to be a hard one for the judges to call, though I'm still favouring Andrew Keogh in this final round. There it is, Hammer. Into the third and final. I dare say that if Keogh gets the nod here, this is the first upset of the night.
Well, as I said, the judges cannot score a draw. They need to make a decision. They've got to give it to one or the other fighter. They cannot score an extension or an even draw. And I think Keogh moving around nice and lightly on the balls of his feet may just get the nod. But I tell you what, Ben Pixie Burton is a tough campaigner. Landed some good shots, but probably not as many as Keogh, especially with in the second round. Keogh got in that nicely executed push kick and a nice right hand that really rocked the head back of Pixie. And Pixie just looking a little flat for mine tonight. And Keogh, of course, dancing around on the balls of his feet. There you see him throwing a nice high knee. And Pixie coming back. But it really was Andrew Keogh's bout. Nice takedown throw from Ben Pixie Burton. Not a lot in this one. We'll see how the judges score it.
Judges have awarded a unanimous decision to the blue corner, Andrew Keogh.
Well, there you have it. First upset of the night. There may be more to come. Andrew Keogh